What's up, it's Sarisupsofficial and welcome to my desk transformation video.
Why do you worry so much?
I told myself a long time ago that I would never work a desk job. I told myself that I was too fun and too adventurous to be seated at a desk and working at a desk job. And right now, here in 2021, I am currently working at a desk job. And at first, I was like, you know what, this is just going to be temporary. I'm going to get a desk job while I'm working throughout COVID. And then eventually COVID lasted for 2 years. And essentially, for this super cute and ultimate desk transformation video, we're going to be having 5 parts. The first one is planning out what I want. The second part, shopping on a 1,000 peso budget. Yes, I am not going over 1,000 pesos in this video. Part 3, DIY for something special in my workspace. Number 4, setting it up and putting it all together. And number 5, the big reveal. Before we get started, let me give you a little desk tour, just so you have an idea of how terrible the state of my desk is. This is my monitor. Obviously, it's covered in dust. This is my keyboard. It's just a basic black keyboard. It's also very, very dusty. This is my pile of books that I read when I'm bored. All the tissue I haven't thrown away. Oh my god, please don't judge me. Some notebooks for when I'm writing stuff for work. This here is the box that I use to prop up my monitor because I want it to be at like a higher eye level and it's obviously really janky. This is just like random wires and crap and clicker. I don't even know why I have this box here. Like all of this shit basically. This is my mouse and my mouse pad. And this is my desk, which is really dirty, and some alcohol, not the drinking kind, unfortunately. Basically, this is the beginning of the video. Let's get into it. Just to give you a rundown of everything I had in mind to buy for my desk transformation. One, a desktop table or a riser, kind of like a little mini table to raise the monitor to replace the obviously hideous cardboard box that is currently holding up my monitor. Second, it's a tablecloth because currently the one I have now is alright. It's dark red, but I really wanted to go for something much brighter. The third thing I wanted to get is a keyboard and a mouse. I really wanted to get a white keyboard and a white mouse just because I felt like, again, the more lighter colors there are, the happier and brighter my workspace will feel. And lastly, I want to get a really cute coaster for where I can keep my iced coffees in the morning, just so that I don't drip water and melt ice everywhere. So we are now part 2, the best part of this video, which is the online shopping part. And before we begin, I would like to say welcome to my room, and please ignore the very messy and very large pile of clothes on the floor behind me.
You're nasty.
So yeah, let's get started.
Two hours later.
Okay, so finally, after hours of searching, finally have the list of the 5 items that we're going to get. First is the tablecloth, which is 65 pesos. The illustration board for 2 of them, which is 70 pesos. Weirdly, the illustration board costs more than the tablecloth. The desktop shelf, which is 160 pesos. The coaster, which is 69 pesos. And the keyboard and mouse, which is 238 pesos. So with a grand total of 602 pesos. So that actually came out a lot less than 1,000, but of course there's still the shipping fees. But I think that overall I did a good job of staying under budget. And so now it's just time to wait for the products to arrive. Okay, so finally all of the packages that I ordered have arrived, but it is a different day. I'm just wearing the same thing for consistency. Ooh, everything took around a week to ship here, even from overseas. So yeah, let's just get this started. I just want to show you some of the stuff that arrived. So first off is the tablecloth. It arrived. It's big enough for my table, which is what's most important. And it's this really light green, yellow-green color that I really like. So I'm really happy with it, and I would definitely recommend it to you guys. But as an alternative, if you are looking for like picnic blankets, I would also suggest to get this. I mean, it was 60 pesos. It's pretty big and it's waterproof and it's cute. So if you're looking for a picnic blanket, I think this is pretty cool. The next thing that arrived was the keyboard and mouse, and this one I was so excited to try out. Yeah, so opening it up, I'm really happy with it, but I just keep playing with the keys. Let me bring it to the mic for you. Next thing that arrived is the illustration board. Now, this was like 70 pesos for 2 pieces of illustration boards or 35 for 1. As an honest review, it's really flimsy. I used to think that illustration boards were a lot thicker than this, but in case you are going to do the DIY in the future or buy from Shopee, this is not necessarily a strong illustration board that I would recommend. So next up, we're gonna open this together. This is the kind of monitor stand or monitor riser. It's cool because it has like this cute little logo. So it shows what it's supposed to look like. I like that. It's actually a lot not like what I thought it would feel like. I don't know what this is made of, kind of like a board. More like a board and less like wood, which I thought it would be, but then again it was really cheap, so of course it's not going to be wood. But it looks fairly easy to set up. They all have like these holes, and I think we just have to like, you know, put it together. The last thing that arrived that came overseas was the coaster. I actually thought it was going to be acrylic or hard plastic, but it actually feels like rubber. So here it is. Sparkles and it's pink. I mean, I guess I can't complain. That's perfect already. Okay, so now that we're done with the shopping part of this video, we're gonna be moving on to the DIY section, and I'm really excited for it. Again, all the chapters are down below if you want to skip through anything. And yeah, let's go! Today we are going to be doing like the DIY building section of this video. And so the 2 things that we're going to be doing today is 1, building the desk riser thing that you saw in the Shopee haul, and 2, we are going to be doing our DIY monitor frame that's like white using illustration board, so that you guys can also do it yourself at home in case it's something that you want to do to your computer as well. And I am no DIY pro. Let's get to building! Yeah. Let's get started. That's what I'm trying to say. So once you've checked and made sure that you have all of the pieces, it's actually time to start assembling it. And I actually genuinely have no idea how to assemble this because there was no instructions on the box. I am just kidding, there are instructions.
I told you that this was not good.
Alright, so here are pieces, and it says to take piece 6 and 4. It's the one that has like a little square of holes in the middle, and piece 6 is the one that has no holes in it, but it's long. What the fuck? Are you proud of me, Mom? This is actually not as hard as I'm making it look. It's just that I'm actually like a really good builder, and this is just like too easy for me. It's coming together. Okay, the last piece. I did it! So part 2 of the DIY section of this video is we're going to be making that monitor frame thing. So to begin, there are a couple things that you need.
Ruler, pencil, illustration board, scissors, and coloring materials.
Wow, it's like a job interview. So I actually already pre-cut my illustration board. This kind of looks like a 1/8 illustration board, but of course you get an illustration board that depends on your computer frame. So I decided to just, you know, stick the illustration board and like mark how big the screen was on the illustration board and then cut that out, because that's the more scientific method, you know? And now that I have the size of my monitor, what I'm going to do is mark an inch from each side. After I mark an inch from each side, I am going to cut the middle part out, which I feel is going to be a pain because I don't have a cutter, so I'll figure it out. And then after I cut out the middle part, I am going to color and put some designs on the frame of the computer using my crayons. Let's get started. You guys will see the whole process and hopefully it'll turn out good and pretty and hopefully it'll work. I am teaching you a DIY that I have not tried out yet myself. Let's go!
One eternity later.
Okay, so this isn't the cleanest outcome. There's a lot of like crumpling and a little bit of brown showing through. For future references, for the people who are going to do this, don't use a knife. And second, make sure you have a cutter that's sharp. And I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out considering I thought it was going to be like a total shit show. It's not, so it's just half a shit show, you know, it's just shit. So now that we're done and we finally have the frame, I'm gonna go ahead and draw in some color and hopefully it'll turn out nice. Yeah, let's try it out. So we're finally done with everything and let's take a look at the finished products. So the first thing that we finished is this kind of like desk table riser thing. Well, I'm really happy with it. It was really easy to assemble. I know I made it look really difficult. That wasn't intentional. If you were planning on buying the monitorizer, I would say go ahead. It's something that's cheap and that you can assemble yourself, and I think it's a really nice addition to your desk. There are like these holes here that you can like put pencils and pens or whatever you use for work, and inside here you can put like notebooks or papers that you need for what you're doing. It looks good. I'm happy with it. So here we have the monitor frame. So this one didn't turn out the best. I should have like thought this through more before I decided to pursue it. But essentially, my tips for the future is make sure you have a cutter that's really thick to cut through the illustration board, or flip it over and cut at the back, because it's fine if the black comes off, but if it's the white part, then it kind of ruins the look. And the design, of course, you can design it anyway. I just wanted something simple and cute. But overall, I'm happy with how it turned out despite everything. I'm really excited to stick it on my monitor. And coming up next after this DIY part is the putting together of everything section of the video. So yeah, time to go home. Hello! I didn't see you there. I was just working at my desk, clearly. I think I'd give you a little tour. Start off, we have here finally our keyboard, white, and if I turn it on, it'll like do little rainbow stuff, but yeah. And here is the new monitor frame, which is not the best, but I did the best I could do. You saw it. And here is our new stand, monitor stand. It's no longer just a pile of boxes, so she's level enough. She's going somewhere in the world. And what I really love about this desk is First off, it fits my books and my notebooks perfectly. So you can just like slide in the books here when I'm done using them, and the notebooks when I'm finished working. Now where I keep my mug with this little cute Wi-Fi symbol. And yeah, it's easy access to my pens when I need to write and all of that stuff. Moving on, we also have a new mouse, which I think is fun because it's also white. And we also have a new mouse pad, which is really old. I know, well, not really old, but it's old, and it says, "Don't just exist, live." So I guess I can look at that every day while I'm working. But what I really love is the like little pops of color you can see around. So we have, of course, our new tablecloth, which is water resistant. So in case I spill anything on here, I'm totally fine. We also have now a coaster, which is pink, and it's like a flower, which I think is really, really cute. And I think it's the perfect addition to like the flowers in the monitor design. Yeah. And of course, the coaster is there, perfect for my coffee or my matcha lattes that I'm drinking when I have to drink them. Overall, that's pretty much my desk. And I'm really excited to be using my desk. But the funny thing is that I did this whole desk transformation. It took me about a month, and I am going to be finishing my job in a month. So yeah, I think this desk transformation turned out really cute. But if you guys want to try this out for yourselves, you can definitely get these pieces. You can even try out this monitor frame. I think you can do a much better job than I have. And if you enjoyed the video and you're into fashion vlogs or overall silly content, you can subscribe for a new video every Friday or every other Friday. And yeah, I'm so happy with my guests. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!